2 days ago, Kurt Nimmo for Infowars.com posted a petition that we compiled to have the White House address the activities of the foreigner, the non-U.S. citizen, Piers Morgan, who is engaged in domestic subversion here in the United States. Now, it's federal law that someone engaged in subversion from a foreign country, i.e. trying to overthrow the basic Bill of Rights, should be deported. And I'm going to show you the law here in a moment. And a Wall Street Journal legal scholar is also concurring with my analysis. But the bottom line here is Piers Morgan, already the king of tabloid journalism, facing investigations where others have been arrested in England for phone hacking and other activities, has fled to the United States. And we'll get into his so-called model of journalism here in a moment, but he wants to make constitutionalists, what they call right-wingers, angry to respond to him. He's bragged to get his ratings up. Now, he has the highest ratings on CNN. 500,000 total. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in the old days, CNN had 500,000 at 3 a.m. in the morning. My radio show has 3 million listeners a day, and my radio show is one of the largest in the country, but barely in the top 10. This guy is a joke, okay? He is a complete and total joke, and he thinks you're stupid. He puts out tweets making fun of the dead kids. We have an article about that. Saying, yeah, of course I'm using their deaths to get your guns. He says, I've come to America as a British supremacist to conquer you. And it's not tongue-in-cheek. This is this arrogant guy's attitude. They think all Americans are dumb scum. They call us rednecks, all of it. Well, we're smart enough to have our liberties and freedoms, bud, and have lower taxes than your country, where a lot of good Brits are fleeing here. You're definitely not one of them. Now, out of the dozens, and I mean dozens, of Huffington Post, New York Times, Fox News, you name it, covering this, Daily Caller, none of them are giving it attention that we put out the petition, which is fine. I mean, I expect that. Only the Examiner and Andrew Moran actually gave us the basic journalistic credit. I mean, we give other people credit, but that's a side issue. It is a big story right now across the United States. Here's the Huffington Post report that has Mr. Morgan making jokes here about, only thousands have come to sign the petition. Well, it looks like 300 million like me. And then he says that we don't support the First Amendment because we're wanting to get rid of him. No. U.S. citizens can call for it. You can't. If I went to England and called to change your laws, people would say, get the hell out of here, foreigner. Only Americans have been taught to be walked all over. This is globalism, where the UN tells our military what to do. We're being conquered by this, by synthetic citizens like Fareed Zakaria, the guy that says get rid of sovereignty and, makes fun of American, quote, rednecks, anybody that wants liberty. These are a bunch of arrogant fops and sycophants and sophistic frauds that read off teleprompters, okay? I don't. I built my business from the grassroots up, putting the truth out. And my business is liberty and freedom, and I reach more than you scumbags do every day. That's why they dare not mention Infowars.com. The only reason this story even got out in the mainstream was because DrudgeReport.com put it out. And it understands, the Drudge Report understands that you're state-run media and that you're in deep trouble. How are they state-run? Their parent companies get massive banker bailout money. And that's what all this disarmament's about. The ruling foreign banks want to disarm their quarry. Now, here's the article, red linked at Infowars.com, that it's important that everybody go read. The law says deport Piers Morgan. Why Infowars is calling for his deportation. And it goes over the law on foreigners engaged in sedition, the Supreme Court rulings that clearly state openly for everyone, and that last ruling they had was in the 70s, where they deport communists and fascists and Nazis and people like that. It's been done over and over and over again. This guy's under criminal investigation. They've asked him to come back to England. The point is, it's time to get him out of here. We've got the Chinese government coming out and calling to restrict our Second Amendment. And again, let me just take you to this article on the front page of Infowars.com. Down here, you have the Daily Caller article that, again, gives us absolutely no credit, but that's fine. We'll give them credit. I thought they're libertarians, too. They've come and confronted me at Bilderberg and made fun of me when I'm covering it in D.C. this year, saying it doesn't exist. Their own, again, Wall Street Journal columnist and constitutional research points out that under the U.S. Constitution and under a federal court ruling, Clenderdist versus Mandel 72, that again a communist was kicked out of the United States, deported, and there's the legal transcript right there in that article. Okay, let's now continue here. Here is the Communist Chinese government, the People's Daily. We have links to it. Saying Obama wage a war on their Second Amendment. Get their guns. I mean, this is getting more and more outrageous. So understand why we came up with the petition. This is from Friday. Understand why we did this. Because we are defending our constitutional republic. Because we are disgusted by his statements where he makes fun of the dead children, where he says that he's conquered the United States. And this article has it all listed right there. It's disgusting how he says ban all of our guns. This man is outrageous. So I beg all of you to go to Infowars.com to get our story and to get it out to everyone you know. No other country would put up with this type of garbage. Okay, here is the petition right here linked under our story about the law says deport Piers Morgan. Now is the time. When they say it's about the First Amendment, no, it's not. When foreigners come here and try to overthrow our government, that is a foreign attack. It's called subversion. And what do you think globalism and the New World Order is? It's foreign megabanks, the whole Davos crowd, the whole Bilderberg crowd, in their own words, saying they've come in, taken over our government, attached themselves to the purse through trillions a year in banker bailouts, and now they want carbon taxes and all the rest of it paid to them. Look into Bloomberg and his sister that runs the UN program and why he wants our guns. Find out about these people. These are parasites, ladies and gentlemen. And CNN, it's come out, has CIA inside of it manipulating the news. It's CNN saying Al-Qaeda is doing a great job attacking Syria and trying to shoot down passenger liners of peaceful people. It's outrageous how arrogant these people are because they think you're stupid. And you know what? A lot of you have not been stupid. You've been lazy and asleep at the switch. Join me in signing the petition. We've almost gotten the numbers we need in just 2 days. Join us, ladies and gentlemen. Look, total signatures, 17,000. It's at whitehouse.gov. All we need 7,000 more. Oh, and they spin it in the Atlantic Wire that we're pathetic and can't get signatures. This is an amazing number of signatures. And again, it's not like the president even has the power to act on it. He says he'll respond to it. They've put this up to create the idea that if democracy came in, they could have the majority say take guns, and we would. Under a republic, everyone's guns are protected. The minority's guns are protected. The majority can't enslave the minority. I'll cover it all on the radio today, 4 o'clock Central, and more. It's time for the sleeping giant that is America to wake up and kick these foreign globalists that think we're stupid and call us redneck scum out of this country. They've come to conquer America. It's time we conquer the New World Order.